Hey everybody, Dunsparce for the win here. Today I'm gonna talk to you about, I'm going to be doing a big rant. I haven't done a rant episode in a very long time. Besides this episode, it's kind of important. I beat Claire, but there's nothing too important about it. What I really want to do is rant, because I'm not sure if a lot of you have heard about this or not, but with the recent elections of governor in the states, I'm pretty sure it's out. I'm pretty sure there are some states that have had elections recently other than Pennsylvania, but it seems that Pennsylvania was hit pretty hard with the new elections because we elected in the new governor, Governor Corbett, and he had proposed that he was going to drop funding for education 54%. Now, I'm sure most of you probably, that doesn't affect that much because most of you are probably in high school, middle school age right now that watch my videos, and you think that doesn't really affect you. Well, if you live outside Pennsylvania, it doesn't. But for those of you that do go to school in Pennsylvania, outside of college alone, it still affects you. You may not think so, but it affects your parents too. It's education in general. Not only does it affect higher education, such as colleges and universities, but it also affects high schools, middle schools, elementary schools as well, because that is going to make your parents pay 54% more on their school taxes. But what Governor Corbett proposed was that he wasn't going to raise taxes at all, but a 54% drop in funding for education, I don't care how you say it, that's still adding on taxes, because 54%, I probably pay about $12,000 a year to go to school, and a 54% drop in education, that's probably around $6,000. Well, not exactly that, because we're not taking the full brunt of it, but we're still probably getting 25 to 32% increase in our tuition because of the decrease in funding, which 25 to 32% is still about $4,000 a year. Now, I don't know about you, but I barely have enough money as is to pay for college alone, let alone $4,000 more. Granted, there are going to be increases in education prices because they happen every year, but $4,000, we don't have that kind of money. This past year, our tuition went up $1,000. We don't have that kind of money to be spending for education. And, well, the reason I'm talking about this is because today my school hosted a rally because of it. And we're going to go to Harrisburg on Monday to tell Governor Corbett that we can't stand for it. And like I said, this probably doesn't really affect most of my viewers or any of you, because most of you probably don't live in Pennsylvania. But if you ever do, it's still going to affect when you live, if you go to school here or anything. I know for a fact that I'm pretty sure that Clef was planning on even coming here for he had a school in mind here in Pennsylvania too. And I go to one of the cheapest schools in the state of Pennsylvania. Imagine how much it would be with a 25 to 32% increase at a school like Penn State. That's probably about, I don't know, maybe another $20,000, $10,000 a year. I don't know about you, but that's just unacceptable. But that's my rant. I'm sorry, I took up 5-6 minutes in ranting, and I didn't even mention the names of the songs. I'm playing Dragon Force today because of the Dragon Force theme, but yeah, it just pisses me off about what they think they can do with the budget. They don't care about the little people. They think that we're not important. And that's just not true. But enough on that topic. The music you were just listening to was Fields of Despair by Dragon Force, and This Is Prepare for War by Dragon Force. But I'm enough off my rant. That was the whole reason I'm recording this episode and uploading it first, because I wanted to get that rant off my chest, and I just needed to talk to someone about it. My roommate is just as pissed off about it as I am, but it's just, this is a time for me to be able to curse. It's fucking retarded. The governor thinks he can do whatever he wants without any consequences with a little man. Now, I'm not a Democrat. I vote Republican, but even that pisses me off. I just can't even imagine what he was thinking. I mean, granted, we do have to make cutbacks, but the places that he's making cutbacks at is just, you don't make cutbacks there. Make cutbacks to the military budget. Hell, if we don't have the best military in the country. And yes, the governor has word in that too, because the Coast Guard and everything, that's partly due with the governor and everything too, not only the president. But anyways, I'm done ranting, and basically what happened in this episode, we beat Claire so far, and she told us to go to the Dragon's Den, as she always does, and we fought some trainers, and went into this old house here and passed the test, and Claire's all like, "Oh, you failed the test?" "No, he didn't. He passed it with flying colors." And yeah, then she's all angry and storms out, and then now she's apologizing and gives us dragon breath. And because you can't really tell that with the black bar, I'm sure. I'm working on getting that fixed. I think by the Elite Four it should be fixed, but then it's going to have like a weird thing at the bottom that looks like my desktop. But yeah. But now back when I recorded this, I didn't know Clef was getting the Dratini, so yes, I did get a Dratini and everything, so sorry, Clef, but I have a Dratini too. But yeah, and now Professor Elm's calling us, telling us about the Master Ball and everything, and the reason this episode is so long is because I actually lost track of time. I got so into the game that I just kind of, yeah. Now what are we doing? I'm being tired, that's one thing. Why are we going back in here? Oh right, we're getting the Dratini, because we have no space for it. But, yeah. There we go. Now we can get the Dratini, which we nickname... What did we nickname her? Vivian, that's right. We nicknamed her Vivian. But, yes. Now that I'm off my rant, I have, like, nothing to talk about. But, yeah, I'm gonna be talking with the other guys, though, but I've been noticing, since I've had to keep up with everyone's videos, I've been noticing a lot of people saying on Clef's videos, "Oh, it looks like Clef is going to win!" Remember, people, the game is based off of points value, not about who gets there first. I should probably talk to Clef about that and tell him to remind people about that. But speaking of points, I actually have to update that since we got 2 new Pokemons this episode. I might put it in the description too and everything. But actually, yeah, I'm gonna put it into the description because we're almost out of time for this episode, so yeah, I'll see you all next time then. See you later. Goodbye.